Hey guys, Dr. Kyle Loveless here with Craig Cooksey.
Hello.
My main man. Him and I have been hanging out for, I don't know, a year and a half now, working out. We started working out together about once a week, and it's turned into a whole group of guys called GodWad Rise. You can check us out. We're on the internet everywhere. We're pretty amazing. I'm just kidding. We haven't that stuff. But someday you can check us out. We'll be everywhere.
You are.
But yeah, exactly. So anyways, the whole point of this video today is I want to talk to you guys about mindset. I think that one of the things I've learned from you, and I think we've learned just from the group in general, is that the more focused you get, the more you set things that you're going to do and you stick with them and you do it, the more you just don't let yourself down or let yourself give up, the better your life actually gets. And even though both of you and I are doing something called the 75 Hard Challenge, which is like a twice a day workout. You have to work out twice a day. You have to follow a specific eating plan, which means pretty much no sugar, no alcohol, none of the stuff that people like. And then you have to read 15 minutes of a nonfiction book a day, and just like a really intense discipline for 75 days. And if you cheat, you have to start over, right? So if both of us look exhausted and tired, that's why.
Absolutely.
So when I say it makes your life better, I don't mean like immediately.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, so it comes with it. But I brought Craig on today because I wanted to just kind of pick his mind for you guys about the mindset of it, because I think just if I get this right, just tell me what changes. So just from the 75 hard in the last, 40 days?
I think we're on about day 45,
You're
44,
better with numbers
45.
Than me. Okay. So 45
Keeping
days.
track of it.
Tell me what you've noticed and what you've experienced, just physically, not mentally yet, but just physically what you've experienced.
So what I would say right now is that it's exhausting, but that the changes have been I've lost a fair amount of weight. I've lost not just weight, but also lost body fat, which is one of the things that I've tried to track. And that also has really helped me focus again on not just my fitness goals, but what am I wanting to do with my family, what am I wanting to do with my career, what am I wanting to do with my walk with the Lord. That really has just realigned all of those focuses and starting to deal with the bad habits that I had before it all started.
That's a big one.
So just the discipline of it has really helped me to keep that focus. There's days where, man, hit that snooze button and go, I'm good, I'll sleep in, get a couple extra.
I set 3 of them just to make sure. I start setting alarms at like 3:30, and then usually by 4 I'm up.
Yeah, and so I think what I found, so through that physically, I think I am sleeping better because I'm more tired by the end of the day. Definitely seeing a change in my body, getting closer to what I've been trying to do for years but never really got there. But that's also, that journey started before the 75 hard with all the stuff we've been doing. And so a lot of it is just feeling fitter, feeling stronger. I got less body pain, body aches from old sports injuries, that sort of thing. That's definitely eased and replaced with a different pain, which is self-inflicted, but it's good knowing that I did it to myself rather than going, this
like
injury from...
Yesterday I came into the office and I was like, I think what we're trying to do is break ourselves down so much to where the only thing left is God.
Yeah, essentially.
It's like, that's how you humble yourself, right? You just hit rock. It's like that idea of like hitting rock bottom.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, the idea of the 75 hard wasn't necessarily because we wanted to be more physically fit. We were already exercising. Daily, working out daily. You'd been eating clean. You started to change your diet around over the last year as well. But you had cool numbers, so I want to show you the numbers. So what was your percentage of body fat?
Where I started, I was probably about 8% body fat more than I am right now. So I was about 20 odd percent. And at the moment, I'm sitting.
So that's 40 days, 8% body fat.
Yeah.
That's big.
Down 8%. And then since the start of it, I've lost about 11, 12 pounds.
That's awesome. So, and it's just about zeroing in on that being consistent.
Yeah.
Like we were working out before, but I would say that this is probably a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like for myself, I didn't track anything other than I jumped on a scale and I weigh more now. So I don't know how that works, but I guess I built more muscle or something. But the point is that it wasn't even about that. It's about the mindset of it. So through this, Craig, what would you say is the biggest thing you've gotten in a mindset level? Like just some quick snippets of like this is what I'm getting out of it?
Yeah. So there's things that had been head knowledge and things that I'd known about, but actually applying it has been so critical. So there's a guy called Kerwin Ray, who's an Australian Tony Robbins type guy. And, you know, one of the things I'd heard from him many years ago is that it's discipline that makes the hard things easy. And so the things that you don't want to do, when you're getting up and doing it consistently, and that's the other thing, that consistency beats motivation every time. When you're doing that consistently, that what used to be hard then turns into muscle memory, and it's just something you do. So it's no longer hard to do. And that was tough to really get into it. Outside of, I think what the 75 hard has done is going, hey, here's a definitive objective that we're going to go for that is measurable, has a set time frame, there's an objective to what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do, it's not just been the physical, that's absolutely 100% spot on, that it's also so much about the physical, emotional, mental state of, especially the times when you don't want to do it, but hold on, it's become muscle memory. And then when you don't feel like doing it, then we've started throwing these mantras around, and that's what's been so great about having the group of guys is going, I do it because I don't want to, or those sorts of things, getting your mind, because the reality is, I think for me, what it's really come down to is how much do I value it?
Yeah.
How much value am I putting on this discipline? And it's not just about the 75 hard. It's, there's so many more benefits to it. I want to be healthier for my kids. I want to be in a better mind state for my job and the career that I have, for my wife in our marriage and how I love her. So all of those things really has helped to focus it, really. Yep. Rather than it just being these ideas all over the place. It's brought it all together and going, okay, this is a congruent plan, let's go for it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the big picture, like kind of putting everything you said together. What my mind's thinking is, so you have to have this is like life, right? So you have to have a vision of where you're going. So many people wake up and they're like, they just go through life and do whatever. And then you have people who, and I do this all the time. My biggest issue in life, actually, being successful, and I don't mean like making millions of dollars, just my ability to like succeed in anything was consistency. Yeah. I'd be like, 100%. I'm a visionary, so I have this vision. I'm like, I want to do it. And then the next day I'm like, a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. And then eventually I'm like, what happened to that vision? Yeah. Because it was just a pipe dream, right? Yeah. So many people have these ideas and these pipe dreams, and they're never really real until you put a timeline on it, until you set the goals for it, you plan for it, and then you actually commit to, no matter what, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. So the 2 workouts a day, I know for me, I'm sure you too, like it's been 10 o'clock at night sometimes. Yeah, it's been like brutal. I'm doing it no matter what. And it's miserable doing, and I won't lie, I did Pilates, that's still pretty hard, right?
It is.
But at like 10 o'clock at night,
don't knock it until you've tried it.
Yeah. But you just, no matter what, you're doing it. And because you're not worried about how you feel in the moment, you just want to be able to look back and say, this is what I did. So the 75 hard is simply just a kind of like an idea of what life is life. It's like, hey, I want to be to this place. And so the same thing, it's helped me focus in business. It's helped me focus in with family. Yeah. I'm like, this is where we want to actually get to. And I think so many people have dreams, and then they when it gets hard, they quit. And then even Christians, like people blame God on this. They'll not blame God, but they'll say, God told me it just wasn't the time. God told me, that's crap. God didn't tell you that. Like, here's the thing, God doesn't do that. Here's how he works. In my opinion, this is opinion, because nobody really, I guess, knows, but this is my opinion. I think this is what happens, is we see a way out, and then we take God as that way out. And that's fine, right? That might be what you do, but that's not a good thing for you in the long run. But here is what I think God does. He can absolutely, if you have a dream and you're like, my good friends and mentors, David and Jason Benham, they had a dream to go to they wrote a book on this, and they had a dream to go to the major leagues. And they were working, they're in the minor leagues, they're working their way to the major leagues, and they kind of made it there, kind of didn't. Jason broke his leg, and it was like, well, Lord, what do I do? This is my dream. I can't quit my dream. Like, he's a go-getter. He's not going to quit his dream. He'll do whatever it takes to get to that dream. But then eventually the Lord told him, he said, it's time to die to your dream. So I'm not saying that you can't back out of it. You can't say like, hey, our clinics, maybe one day one of them's going to get sold. Maybe one day we're going to just move somewhere else, do something different. I don't know. But not until it's very, very clear. It's not going to be because I didn't want to wake up that day, or even a month of not wanting to wake up, or even a month of people, things not going the way I want to. Even honestly, there's been years where it didn't go the way we wanted it to, and all we wanted to do is really quit. but I'm not going to quit on that dream unless God says it's time to die to that dream, because you don't want to put it up as a pedestal either.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think there's something so important to what you're talking about there, is having the vision. And I think, unfortunately, in the world we live in today, everybody's so destination focused. And for me, this 75 hard is you can only focus on today. Because if you're looking, oh man, so if you're looking at 75 days or 30 days, you've got to live today and focus on today and what you can do today, because, and that also with all of this has really influenced the decisions that I'm making. Is what I'm doing right now going to get me closer to where I'm trying to go, or is it not? Is it going to benefit my objective and my goal, or is it not? And so, and that applies to every aspect of my life as part of this. So it certainly is so much bigger than just the fitness part of it.
I think if we could put like, here's a really good mindset video for you guys, and like a kind of bring it all back together, would be to say, okay, number one, figure out your priorities. Okay, figure out who you are and whose you are. And that's part of your priorities, right? We talked about, so we have a Bible study that we do. It's called God-Wad Rise. We work out. We do a Bible study every Friday. And one of the days in that Bible study, we talked about like whose you are. Like God said, you're the light of the world, right? So, or Christ said, you're the light of the world. And so we know that's who we are, right? We know that's what we're called to do. And that's the direction we're going. So no matter how things are going on our expectation level of us getting there, we know that's still what we're called to do. So figure out who you are and whose you are, then figure out what your priorities are. Here's my priorities to help you. Don't use them, use your own. But I'm just saying, these are mine. Number one is God, number two is me. And I learned this from Dr. Patrick Flynn a while ago, and it's me, because without me being strong, I can't give anything to my family. So I do have to feed into myself first, because there's nothing like giving from an empty tank. You won't work. Your family will suffer more. So I'm actually number two on my priority list, and number three is my wife. 4 is my kids. And you say, well, that's messed up, your wife. And no, I said it, I do. She's number one, right? And so then the kids, and then and sometimes that priority gets mixed up big time. That's a hard one. I'm not saying I'm good at that one. But then the next one after that is our business and our purpose and mission for the rest of the world and our friends and our family, how to serve the world. Everything else happens after the other stuff happens. So I know that priorities, like you said, if it doesn't line up, we don't do it. We do it because we're not perfect, but I don't want to do it. And that's part of what this 75 hard was. I saw myself going away from my priorities, not doing the things I wanted in life, and I needed to do something to rewire my brain. So I picked one of the hardest things I could find. And then the final thing I would say there is having that vision, so you know where you're going. So you know your priorities, but you also know where you're going. You have discipline to get there, which discipline means you actually do it, right? You wake up, you get out of bed, and you do it. But then diligence means you do it every day. It's that oak tree concept. We talked about that. Like, imagine an oak tree this big. If you got a little hatchet and you wanted to knock down that oak tree, you can do it, but you have to be diligently do it every single day. If you try to do it all in one day, you're going to tear your arms up when you're going to quit. But if you do a little bit each day, that's what the 75 hard is. So I think that's like a big picture mindset that I've gotten from 75 hard, just from the things I've listened to, because it's not just working out. It's also like your mindset. From being a part of God-Wad Rise that we do, where we're doing the workouts and the Bible study and the stuff I've learned from you guys. And then actually, we're going to end this podcast. That's not a podcast, that's stupid. This video, we're going to end this video with, I think, something really cool. Hey, Andrew, come here. All right, so we're going to end this video with what we do at the end of our God-Wad Rise. Can you do this?
Hello, everybody. Yeah.
All right, y'all remember Andrew? He shot a video with me on mold.
Yes.
So we're not a bunch of weird dudes just hang out in the garage all the time. There's a few other guys back there. I'm just kidding. All right. So this is part of our group that we work out with, and we're about to work out, so that we just figured to shoot this video real quick. Or they were kind enough to shoot this video. All right. So will you take us through the prayer kind of like affirmation that we do afterwards? Like they're not even there.
Oh, fair enough.
Cool.
Well, listen, if you take a deep breath right now, you may just feel some peace and also some power touch you right through the phone. So bless you guys. And yeah, we'll just do it right now. Christ within me.
Christ within me.
Christ above me.
Christ above me.
Christ below me.
Christ below me.
Christ beneath me.
Christ beneath me.
Christ all through me.
Christ all through me.
Christ upon me.
Christ upon me.
Christ before me.
Christ before me.
Christ behind me.
Christ behind me.
Christ to my right.
Christ to my right.
Christ to my left.
Christ to my left.
Christ in every eye
Christ in every eye
that sees me.
that sees me.
Christ in every heart
Christ in every heart
that knows me.
that knows me.
Christ in every mind
Christ in every mind
that thinks of me.
that thinks of me.
Christ in every ear
Christ in every ear
that hears me.
that hears me.
Christ in all
Christ in all
and through all.
and through all.
I speak life
I speak
and
life
power
and power
and unconditional love
and unconditional love
into every cell in my body,
into every cell in my body,
into my family,
into my family,
my acquaintances,
my acquaintances,
and strangers.
and strangers.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
I am the light of the world.
I'm the light of the world.
Amen.
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 Yeah, sometimes it goes on longer and longer. We do it in a cold pool. It's been a lot of fun.
Cool. All right. So,
Bless you guys.
so
Have a good
I
one.
hope you got a lot. He's going to shoot a
Yes.
video. Did you shoot a video?
I did.
All right.
Yes, it's coming out soon. Don't
He's
worry.
got a YouTube video with that concept in there. It's something you can work with at home on your own. I love that kind of stuff for me. So, anyways, hey, you guys have an awesome day. Like this, love, and share it. And hope you got a lot out of it. Peace.